Hi, hi, this is Paula Gloria, and this show is called Farther Down the Rabbit Hole. Right now, I appear to be coming to you, maybe from Osama bin Laden's cave, or maybe, from somewhere on the moon. But lo and behold, I could be faking a moon landing shot just by being at Manhattan Neighborhood Network's Express Studio. Now, don't get me wrong, the staff here is wonderful. I'm totally devoted to Manhattan Neighborhood Network. It's just that I've already harassed the staff so much to fix things up to at least to this point that I decided, what the heck, rather than go downstairs and get Roberto to come up again, I will just make art. Besides, I want to tackle a topic today where it's probably better not to have the very best of production. And that is that I got an email alerting me to the fact that Howard Stern had put up some, I guess you'd say, outrageous stuff, more outrageous than Osama bin Laden's cave, more outrageous than the moon landing. And they said it was something like on demand, and I didn't know how to do that. And then I saw under YouTube, and I looked at it and I go, oh, wow, this is, quite an eyeful. And then I noticed that there were only 7 hits, and I said, if it's been up for 2 days, God knows you'd expect Howard Stern's material would do a lot better than Farther Down the Rabbit Hole. Well, it's because it was a private video, and I don't know too much about all the nuances of YouTube, but there is a feature that you can just exchange private videos with each other. So I took a look at it, and I thought, ooh, wow, this is going to be something to tackle. But I'm never one to back down from a challenge, and I thought if somebody called this to my attention, they would want my energy and darshan on it, and so that's what this show's about, to bring you along with it. Believe it or not, it's not to be used later as some kind of blackmail against them. It seems as though they do have an idea to make this go public. Once it goes public, undoubtedly YouTube is going to be taking it down. And at that time when they take it down, they put it into 3 different sections. It'll be interesting to watch what they do because they're smart and savvy media people, and us little public access people can just sort of tag along. So I'm going to switch you over to YouTube, and we're going to watch what I saw. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it except massive editing. I'm not sure if I put it on YouTube if I would threaten all of my other videos. But I do have something to say about it, and believe it or not, since I talk about finding the divine everywhere, you're going to see that I think that it is energy that could be useful to take us to the next level. So let's carry on with what's called, oh, I got to look at you for this one, even though it appears to be from Osama bin Laden's cave. Here's what got me, the title. It said, Richard's Bees, or Thermite. Now, why would they put thermite in it? And I thought, I wonder if it's because Nico Haupt, while I was gone, was doing what some people consider socially unacceptable material. Webster Tarpley is so outraged that he won't even talk to me. And Nico Haupt had talked about thermite sniffing. So I won't say anything more. Let's carry on with Howard Stern.
Ball smelling. Richard was here on Monday, and you said, I want to smell your balls. And he said to you, this is such a silly day to do it because I showered Sunday night.
That's silly day.
Now, Richard, come on in here and tell Sarah what has happened since Monday when she was here, so she knows what she's smelling.
Can we show Sarah?
Yes, could we please?
No, don't show Sarah the ball smelling. Richard was here on Monday, and you said, I want to smell your balls.
Okay, so let's see if I can get camera 1 is pretty wacky. I can't believe it. This is getting harder and harder. I wonder if I go like this. Boy, a lot of media rebellion here. Maybe I'll just have to put, I was hoping to get it to stabilize a little bit. Maybe it doesn't like this machine. Well, let's just carry on.
Listen carefully.
Sarah Silverman wants to smell my balls. I'm going to make sure they're nice and sweaty. Let's go.
This is his workout. He's nude. You can hear his penis.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, they're killing.
He's working out and sweating.
Oh my God, I wish people could be watching this right now.
The smacking is his penis against his belly. And now
Who's the cameraman? Is Sal the cameraman?
Now he's doing the push-ups.
Wait till you see.
With his balls, he's doing sit-ups.
He's wearing lipstick cameras on his socks. Oh, look at his asshole. There's like a toilet paper.
Cramp.
Oh, he's really worked up a sweat.
A cramp?
There's a cramp. All right, so turn this off now.
Wait a minute, she's got to see the last part.
When he drinks his ball sweat. All right, you see how he's sweating, Sarah?
Yeah.
Now he's squeezing his balls.
No!
Yeah, to get ball juice, ball sweat, and he's drinking.
Ready?
That's not real sweat.
Oh, yes, it is.
Delicious.
Oh my God.
Sarah's vomiting. All right.
Sarah, this guy's a redneck. Redneck.
To the bone, to the bone.
What is that?
I said I made damn sure that I kept my air conditioning off for that bit. It was like 90 degrees in my apartment.
How many times have you shit since Sunday night?
Probably 4.
All right.
Including this morning about an hour and a half ago.
All right, so she's going to smell sweat from working
Monday,
out.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Wow.
Yeah, about
yeah.
2 or 3 a day.
And and this is no lie.
That'd be more than 4.
All right. Why don't you get in the chair and spread your legs, and then, Sarah, you get as close as you want or as far away as you want?
I think I'm going to do about 12 inches, and then...
Wow.
Take it all in.
But I really want you to smell his balls.
I do, too.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can switch you here possibly to... I swear I can't get this thing to go up. But you get the idea. I tell you, I'm not planning it, you know? This is like reality TV. Okay, what you just saw was the first video of what was sent to me about what goes on in radio, what you can't see. Like once someone said, wow, what a radio face you have. And I said, well, at least I show it. And so what I'm showing right now is the Express Studio, and to see if we can make some commentary on this and we can find the goodness in it. I mean, that seems like a trite word after what you've just seen, but believe me, I saw more than what you saw. And what I'm going to do now is we'll go on to the next part. I'll switch you over to YouTube again and see if we can get into this guy's account. Because like I say, there were 3 of them, and I'm just going to let this thing roll. I thought that Sarah Silverman, obviously Jewish, was really, really a good sport about all this.
Sarah,
Here we go.
Okay,
Sorry.
so 3 or 4 shits. I masturbated 3 times without like cleaning up. Like when I lay in bed sometimes, I'll masturbate and then just pull my underwear up after I'm done.
All right, so get in the chair, get naked, and
I
let her smell
sweated.
your balls. She gets it. Sarah,
Christ.
do you
You
find
can
him
smell too,
Oh my
Artie.
God, you've been wearing that underwear. It's on the website.
Since Sunday.
Why
These
don't
are
you
my
change your
favorites.
underwear at least?
Well, I didn't change it for this bit. I
Okay.
mean, normally I change them every 2 or 3 days. but-
Less artsy, more
Isn't that
fartsy.
great? Every 2 or 3 days.
All right, so Richard, you're now in your underwear. Please move this along. So
Is there
Sarah,
an underwear shortage in this country?
I gave him tons of underwear to wear.
The guy can't find soap.
What do you think of his penis, Sarah?
You know, you guys think this is like an outrageous stunt. Meanwhile, this is like every day of writing on my show.
The guys are naked?
It's just scrotums come out and
Really?
Like-
In the writing session?
like guy on guy 69 rapes.
In your writing session?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be honest, we've been spinning our wheels a little and
Sarah.
Sarah, come on.
Okay,
sorry, I'm sorry.
So whenever I make it big, then I have to go back to the beginning, and then I have to go back and stop this. And so I'm going to just let it roll, see if I can get you up to that part. I keep hoping that I can create something that I can use on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, which has very high standards. And I'm not doing this to condemn it. What I'm doing is to see if we can look into all corners of our psyche, so that we can go farther down the rabbit hole and thus create new realities. What I found when I got the punking from Howard Stern, at first it was very upsetting when I used to have a weekly show, and it was hard on one person in particular that I wanted to work a lot with, and that was Geneva. She's an African American. And she said that you and I have different production values. But this is not a question of production value. It's a matter of content, and you can see what Sarah said there. And Howard Stern was asking about for her writing. You know, they're looking for new material that can grab people. So I would say the role of the artist is if you can grab people and go into what is locking them up and holding them in deep shame and release it. I'm watching what I don't want to show you right now, but if I put this on YouTube, you know, there we go, that's what we're watching. If we can release what's locked up in deep shame, then people will be more free to make better choices. And as a result of making better choices, we're going to have a better society. But, you know, unbelievable. I think the whole idea of focus and intention is to see if you can maintain what your dream is about, what your hope is. Let's see if I get this camera too. I keep switching at the wrong times. Apple. Okay. And here we have nice Sarah. Let's put up the sound.
Playing like weird roles. This is real bravery.
All right, let's see what's going on.
This reminds me of the Chabad telethon I once did. Did I do that, Chuffer? Oh my God! Well, what happened to your asshole? Did you get cut?
No, I think I do like Howard does, and I put the toilet paper inside.
I don't have one of those things, though.
You sure?
Oh God!
All right. How close are you going to get, Sarah? It's up to you, but if you really want to compare notes with Richard, you got to get in there.
I know.
Are you smelling
No,
it
with
yet?
Sal. With Sal. Okay.
I mean, with Sal.
You got to realize how many meals this could potentially ruin.
Are you,
Oh my God! Get in there, so.
I don't smell anything yet.
Well, you're not close enough.
Gary's got on a gas mask. Sarah, you haven't smelled it yet? Go ahead.
Come on, get in
I'm
there.
looking at that fucking thing in his
No,
asshole.
she's got the mic. She's got the mic.
They're not gonna bite. Get in there.
Oh!
Oh, she's throwing up.
That was real. That was real.
Did you really smell it?
Oh my
Smell
God.
it again so you know.
I know. I have to. Wait.
Wait,
Take
give her
in
a
all-
chance.
take
Because you're
in
really
all the-
going to have to write this, you know, try to match Sal.
Be funny if Sarah pukes.
I really gagged.
Somebody
I
get
didn't
away
think I
from
would.
Here we go. Let's listen in. Shh.
Take
I'm
it all
afraid I'm
in.
gonna throw up.
This would be great if you
That
do.
bad, huh?
Go ahead.
Get closer.
I smell it. Wait. I'm writing.
She's pretty close. She's not smelling. Oh,
Did she really throw up?
Almost.
Okay. Okay.
did you
I have
almost
it.
throw?
I have it.
You have it? Was it
Let me
really
think
that
about
bad? You were about 6 or 7 inches away from his balls.
They should
Oh
have.
my.
Oh, she can't stop gagging.
Get
They
a
should
bucket
have sent
for
the
her.
poet.
Get a bucket for her.
Okay.
What would Lily say?
Bad. Oh,
It is
Stink,
Thank
sweat,
you.
balls.
you really smelled it bad, huh?
Oh my God.
How bad is it?
It was
He loves it. He's smiling.
This is an honor, Howard.
raw. It was a hint of raw sourdough dough
Uh-huh.
Right.
in a vat of mayonnaise
Really?
that was in a trunk of like a 70s car for the summer.
Right.
The hottest summer of the year.
So it's a cross between mayonnaise and
Like all
Bad
sour
mayonnaise, yeah.
and...
is that
Sourdough yeasty dough in mayonnaise in a magic bullet put in an open vat in a trunk with like gym socks in the trunk.
Do you think that Sal has written any of these words down? Let's
I
see what you
guarantee
wrote
Sal
down,
has the N-word in his
I
description.
tell you, very close. Sour milk,
Wow.
ass, yeast, and cheese. And that's dairy with the mayonnaise stuff.
Wow.
Ass and cheese cheese. You're
Ass and
yeah,
cheese
I should
and
have
very
said that.
sour. It's like a stab in your
Yeah.
nostril.
Okay, here we are back again, and let's go and see the last one and see where all my viewers are at. I'll get some comments on what I should do here. Here we are, number 3. And I don't think for my
Stab in your
Yes.
nostrils. It stabs you.
I think I might have.
yikes. What I want to say is for my Manhattan Neighborhood Network, I have not to this date, I think it's October 23rd, I haven't played much of what Nico Haupt did in my apartment, but it's gotten into the thousands of hits on YouTube. And as art, I stand behind it because I feel that Nico Haupt expresses deep grief, deep concern for the condition of the world, and he's saying that a lot of the malfeasance has to do with the weapons that we have, and because we don't understand the weapons that we have, we're not responsible for their development. We think we can sort of pass it off on someone else or trust our left liberal gatekeepers. It's just not cutting it. Even the peace movement is not really facing what needs to be faced. And so what Nico Haupt expressed, it was really easier for me to talk about the t-shirt that he had where a woman was having sex with a dog, which I felt, you know, had to be the result of extraordinary decadence and somebody so desperate for some money that they'd have to do that. And I said, you know, I had just been back from Dayton and I saw the demise of unions there, or saw how helpless the unions were. And on my show, I try not to give a negative viewpoint. I try to always give something optimistic. I talk about riding my bicycle so I can be in good shape, so I can be down here on the floor and take advantage no matter how the camera is working or not working. Get up for the sunrise, be happy for the moments that you have here. And with that clarity, you'll start to attract to you, no matter what the distraction is around you, solutions for what you're looking for. So Nico Haupt, what he was saying is that there were only 2 reasons that he saw that somebody wouldn't come forth about what they knew about the World Trade Center. You can't have airplanes knock down steel buildings. And I'm going to go around with my little camera and prove this to you. I'll do some roll-ins. In between my new job, I'm going to be getting $15 an hour working at the Village Scandal, a hat shop in the East Village. And I must say, I've never had luck finding jobs before. And that's how I sort of worked my way into these extraordinary positions. And it's true, at one time I was chairman of the board of Zakona Cellular when we had the license to serve 13 counties in Kentucky with cellular telephone. But in any case, back to this Howard Stern energy. When those punkers called me, it was really the best thing that happened, because talking about extraordinary realities. I was talking about the resurrection of Jesus. Granted, I was slipstreaming off What the Bleep Do We Know, and I used Dr. Mihal Ledwith's experience as a Catholic priest to be talking about the resurrection of Jesus. But nevertheless, if I'm going to maintain that Christianity is nothing but the resurrection, and if you're talking about turning out the other cheek or being, you know, a good-hearted Jesus, kind of like a good-hearted liberal, that's not it. He didn't accomplish what he did by drinking wheatgrass juice either, and that's why oftentimes the vegetarians can take exception to my work. So I'm going to show you the last part of what was sent on to me after I make this. God knows what I'm going to do with it. I'm afraid if I put it even up on YouTube, they may take it down. I may fly into the radar and see if they take just that down or if they take down the whole site. I'm not sure what I'll do. But in any case, let's carry on to number 3.
To smell
And-
this.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
come on,
Watch the
Howard. That would be the
title.
ultimate. If you
Thermite
smell my
3.
balls,
Go ahead.
it would be the
It's gotta
ultimate
be
honor.
so bad.
Go ahead.
Come on, Howard.
You dare me to do that?
Now when I make it
Stab
big,
in your
Yes.
nostrils. It
we're gonna-
stabs you.
I
I'm
think
gonna
I might
try
have to
switch
smell
back
this.
and forth
Oh, my
so
God.
Oh, come on, Howard. That
gentle
would be the
viewer
ultimate.
can handle
If you
it.
smell my balls,
Go ahead.
it would be the
It's gotta
ultimate
be
honor.
so bad.
Go ahead.
Come on, Howard.
You dare me to do that?
I'd think less of you.
I dare you.
Would think
I
less-
wouldn't.
No, come on, Artie.
I want. It's. You know why you want to
I'm
smell
gonna
it?
puke though.
It's that Jewish thing where it's like the milk is bad and you need to smell
You know
it
it's bad,
to
but you
know.
want to smell
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
French
You have to stick
French
your
cheese.
nose
It
in
must
that
be a
garden,
Jewish thing
yeah.
because the Italian thing is I want to go over there and beat the shit out of them.
Fred, should I do this?
And the black thing is just
You don't
to be
even have
glad
to
not
get
to
You
fall.
are you're gonna hate yourself
Just
if you
to
do
do
it.
this.
Just to what?
I don't hate myself.
No, you don't. But you've got a stronger constitution.
Yeah, the black thing is like,
Oh, the black thing I think is to be out of the room, and this is a concern for me because my good friend Jennifer, who I'd love to do TV work with, she won't do it for nothing, which is what public access is about, and she's terrified about being a buffoon because of the Howard Stern kind of direction. So you know, we learn from those who are more successful, and that's how the society goes on. But we have to be discriminating about it. So here we go.
I don't know what the fuck you whack
Right,
people.
I'm just,
I
I'm not in
didn't
the room,
think I
thank
would
God.
gag. I didn't think I would really gag.
They elaborated to me that the black thing to do is not to be there, which actually could be the Italian thing, because I was married to a Sicilian, and he always said whenever there's any trouble, you just say, I wasn't there, and if you can't get out of being there, you'll say, well, I was asleep. But anyway, let's carry on.
If I do it, will you do it?
No!
You won't
Come
do it?
on, Robin.
Oh, please. I don't want to smell Richard when he takes a shower.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Howard, if you do it, I'll do it.
But also, it's smelling it
Sally,
while
no, you'll
looking
do it.
at this like.
Look, I
It
took
looks
it.
like a clitoris in his asshole.
I
Let
know.
me say this, Howard. The reason I don't have to do it, remember, I took his temperature.
Oh, that's right.
So you
hey,
get
Howard?
over there and smell it.
Yeah, but Robin, when you were a nurse, you must have smelled a lot of bad things. This won't phase you.
This Sarah looking at him.
Howard, I've got a question for Sarah. This might make you make up your mind. Sarah, would you do it again after smelling what you just smelled?
Would you smell him a third time?
Would you do it again?
Like for charity?
No.
No, I'm just saying,
you go
forget
over there
charity.
right now.
It's like right now, would you walk across the room and smell him one more time if you had the choice?
Well, if I had the choice, no. And I feel like my impulse is that I would, because I have that desperate comedian thing, but it would be pathetic.
All right, I'll do it. But
I said I'd do it and
but
I did
might,
it.
I might puke.
Good.
You
Take
won't
that
puke.
bucket.
You'll gag.
I'll gag.
Oh, if you puke, it's great.
That's
I'm
great.
for
Take
it.
that
There you
bucket.
go.
Keep your mouth closed. I love that you're doing this, though. I feel
I don't know why. Even yesterday.
Now you're intrigued because Sarah
it's
described
cultural.
something.
It's
Yeah.
cultural.
Yesterday I let that psychic madman burn me, and now I'm smelling his balls.
This might be worse.
Ah,
Can
what's
I just-
happening to you?
Can I just say, when I was a young boy growing up in Kansas, I never would have dreamed that the great Howard Stern
Shut
would be
the
smelling
fuck up.
Just,
my balls.
see,
I
that's
just
another
have
reason
to
not to
describe
smell
to
it.
people he's in a position like he's having a baby.
I wish I had my backpack. I want a picture so bad.
Can I say something first of all? First of all, like getting this close to Richard, like with his asshole and everything,
Right.
is really tough for me.
Yeah.
And then like on like by his balls is like this white kind of, is that cum? Like
Oh,
stuck to
God
his,
help
like,
us.
Where?
like what is that? Like what's that?
Can't be. I ate it already. Touch it,
No,
Howard. Let me know where
Over
it
there.
is.
What is that? Oh, is that like that? Look at it. It's
You
like,
might smell him getting that close.
Might be a cheese type material.
Smegma.
Smegma?
Oh, dude.
All right, I'm gonna just stand
Howard,
here.
you can't do this.
All right, I don't know, man.
Is there just a general area that now stinks?
Wait. I'm about now. I'm not where Sarah was, but I'm about 6 inches away from Sarah.
Right.
Okay, I don't smell anything yet.
Keep going.
Get closer.
Oh no!
Throw up! Come on, throw up!
Oh my God! Oh my God in heaven! Oh my God, you stink like a fucking dog! Oh, worse!
So you got the stab in the nose?
I want to die.
Like, don't you think that's gonna ruin a meal? Like, how you gonna get that out of your head?
There's nothing even. I don't even know how you came up with the description of that. It smells like a monster. It is so bad. It's like you don't smell it, and then all of a sudden it hits you like a ton of bricks. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing.
What was that movie with the shit monster in
Somebody
it?
else has to go. Somebody else has to do it.
Artie, get over there.
Artie, you gotta do it. You gotta smell this.
No way. I'll go back to work in construction.
Artie, come on, you'll lose weight because you won't be able to eat after this.
Yeah, you fucker.
Oh my God! It's
How about Fred? Would Fred do
Fred,
it?
would you smell it?
I do not like
forget it.
green eggs and ham and
All right,
Richard's ass.
Thank you, Richard. Sarah, you're all over the newspaper today. Pictures of you. Oh my God, the smell is still with
It's
me.
not gonna go
It's
away.
gotta go away.
It's going to haunt you now.
It's a shit.
Yeah.
That's the smell of death.
There's a little bit of like vomit in it.
Yeah, it's vomit. It's vomit in his ass.
Yikes.
Howard, I use Clorox wipes, bleach. I put them in my nostrils.
Oh my God.
like to get the
Richard,
smell out.
how does your girlfriend go down on you during a week?
Well, I mean, I always wash when my girlfriend's around.
Oh, okay.
Know how you get rid of the smell of his balls in your nose?
How?
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there you go. I'm not even sure how much time we have left because everything's kind of wacky here right now. But I guess what I'll do is I'll just talk until the tape rolls out and see what I do with this document later. I had a lot of things happen to me in India where I had to keep focus and keep on my dream when I was there for 4 years. Basically what it was is I've been rich and I've been poor. I've been inside of cults and I've been outside of cults. I always say to people who think, I think Nico Haupt is horrified by how many cults are infiltrated by these weapons industries' power. And I think that you can reach into the reason that people join up with different cults, creating intentional communities because they're looking for something that's better. And some people might be disgusted and horrified at what we just saw with Howard Stern saying that it's decadent. I know Webster Tarpley gets very upset saying that the oligarchs, all they care about is their horse races and you know, polite conversation at tea time. But I don't agree with him on that either. I mean, I really admire his incredible investigation into international terrorism, but I also feel from having taken 4 months to get through that book that we do have to get to the place where we understand all of this is within ourselves. So what you just saw was a group of people who are well taken care of by established media, unlike those of us in public access. And even though the New Age thing is to deny cultural backgrounds, and Alan Steinfeld and I have practically split up over this, you know, he claims that all religion will be transcended in the age of Aquarius, or when the space people come down, or when we lift up our vibration to connect with those of other planets. But I think it's a very handy reference point. You can see I keep missing my words. It's very jarring to see these kind of images. But I want to say, for the sake of all of those who've wrapped up their dream around mine in any way, shape, or form, who have been inspired by me, like when I lost my fortune in the cellular business, there were people who I directly encouraged to get into this investment. And although they collectively invested 1/6 of what I invested, as opposed to Molly's father, who lost $50 million worth of investors' money, and $2 million was his wife's money, and the inheritance of my friend and her brother. You know, his was a smaller percentage, but he went to all the right schools, so he had access to those people. and they saw what was to come about. And I'm not sure. I think he left DuPont as an executive because he wanted to follow this dream. And you know, I think it's something that should be reinvestigated, what exactly happened to the shrimp business and the virus that got the shrimp just on that season when they could have made the turn. Dean Lauren has a lot to say, being the son of a biowarfare scientist, about what you can do with viruses, but in any case, he lost the business. He lost 15 million of investors' money, and he you know, sort of retired. He's an older man now. However, today, the shrimp business is a multi-billion-dollar business. So all of what he pioneered was not to no avail. In the same way, those people who were inspired by me to invest in telecommunications in China, I will say that I tromped around India for 4 years, really mostly because I was living off the difference of what I could rent out my Gramercy Park apartment and what it cost me. And later on, because I was in a co-op and I don't really own it, the board came down really swift, hard, and heavy on me, and I had to come rushing home. And if it wasn't for Molly helping me out, I probably would have lost it entirely. Right now, Molly's trying to get a book out about our adventures. She'd really like to get the $60,000 back that she's lent me to keep this going. I've got this IRS thing looming over me because my ex-husband took a refund check of $30,000 that I didn't know about. So when I did my year's taxes after the windfall, it looked like, I mean, I was shocked when the accountant said, you owe $30,000. I said, it's impossible, because we'd carefully calculated how many shares to sell before it went into the charity. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, most charities are about saving tax money. It's not really about going out and giving some part of yourself in order to make a difference. Now, I know you're so rattled and you're so confused about where to put your charity money, because you hear about all of the decadence that goes on in most of the charities. I mean, when you've got Bill Gates and Warren Buffett giving each other billions of dollars for charity, I mean, what does it mean? I know that whenever I've made attempts to get some grants, it's never worked. So I believe to just sort of go back to the old drawing board and do it yourself. So let me make a comment on what you saw with the Howard Stern group that are well taken care of by the corporate media, or they've created their own corporation or their own little niche because they figured, oh, you know, the heck with you guys, we got our own satellite. But you guys, pay attention to the directed energy weapons that were involved with the World Trade Center, because even Webster Tarpley talked about how the Chinese were able to bring down one of their own satellites. And he said maybe they did it by bringing a satellite next to it and exploding that satellite, and then the other one went down. Because I said, but Webster, if you can direct an energy beam up at a satellite, I mean, why can't you do the same thing for the World Trade Center? And so he said, well, the World Trade Center is so much bigger. So Nico Haupt is 1,000% correct. 9/11 truth is a cult. And the caveat is, I have been in so many cults and I have gained from them. I'm not remorseful like Nico Haupt is practically suicidal, figuring he's never going to get his soul back because of this experience. I studied with a miracle master in India who said nothing is wasted. And Gurdjieff used to say, make use of everything. So when this these 3 videos came my way, and only a few have seen them, so I say I honor the respect and the trust that's been given to me to blow it my way, and I'm trying to do my best with it. I don't know if I should be putting it on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Obviously, I'll have to edit out even more than I've tried to edit out here. Or if I should put it up on its entirety on YouTube, fly into the radar and see what happens there. I don't know. I don't know what the fair use laws are. Along with the fair use means that you should be able to take any image that's in the collective psyche. You know, it's these icons, these images are affecting our consciousness. And if we can't have discussions among ourselves, we can so easily fall victim to how they want to influence and sway us. So my final commentary is, look who actually, I mean, let's go back to the dog example. When dogs get together, that's what they do. They sniff each other. You know, they check each other out. And so for all of those shamans out there, we can look on this as sort of a shamanic act of, you know, getting to know each other, who we are. And boy, would I love to go more deeply into this. Even Nico Haupt's t-shirt, talk about Catherine the Great. How many of you viewers out there know some of Catherine the Great's tendencies or tastes? But, you know, upon further reflection, how much of that is some kind of COINTEL operation that wanted to bring Catherine the Great down, so they said that, you know, she could only have sex with bulls. And God, maybe I remembered hearing, but it might not be right, that the scaffolding broke and that was the demise of Catherine the Great. But in any case, look at the two people on those three videos who actually went and did the dastardly deed. They were Jewish. And so to me that means that somewhere running within them is some heartbreak that's so enormous that they would go to such extremes that they would do something like that. Something that I know Jennifer wouldn't do, and I could see Robin, the partner of Howard Stern, she's in her airtight compartment behind there, totally protected, and I don't blame her for claiming her space. I often feel that African Americans are like fallen royalty, because, you know, whenever Jennifer stays at my place, I'm the one that does the washing and the cooking. I mean, because, and I'm not saying this begrudgingly, I push people around me to the limit. So I want to take care of them, and when they come and stay with me and I bring in this huge high energy with these extraordinary ideas, I feel it's my responsibility to keep people as comfortable as possible under the circumstances. I have shown to you over the past few weeks, some people have been my guests, and at least one of them, if not more, are homeless, and they are huge contributors to society. And I hope to find more people so that I can tell you at that time, look at what this person is contributing, and look at our institutions, how we're taking care or not taking care of them. So if, you know, you could see the Italian guy there, the big fat guy that's the construction worker, you know, he was very upset. The young, beautiful Jewish writer, she is just racking her brains to come up with something that will be catchy. On one of my YouTube comments, it referred to the Howard Stern group as gangsters. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the investments that people have made, the stock that they've bought in this. And having been there where people have mistrusted, you know, what I got them involved with, my heart goes out in that way to those who had the idea to take Howard Stern to the satellite. But let me tell you, the bottom line is we're all in this together, whether we think we can take our media out to a satellite and be protected from the censors. I did hear from people that I trusted that Howard Stern is even better now that he's on Sirius, that he has his own thing, he can be more himself. I've also heard that about 90% of what he does is very banal, but about 5%, I don't know where the extra 5% is very right on. He manages to target a vast audience with ideas that are greater. And I think that's the idea of the chosen people, that they have a responsibility for being chosen. When Abraham made a deal with God, a deal that he needed some collateral for, he was so earnest about it, and what was given to him in return was another deal. And part of it is that if you're the chosen people, you can never grumble that someone is ignorant, because if their ignorance is causing them to do violence, and if you have knowledge indeed, the first aspect of that knowledge is that you have to share it. And the way things have gone, where people only want to be entertained, and even their charity has to be entertaining, it has to feel right, it has to feel warm and fuzzy and wonderful, that means that you're going to need those with courage. And that's what these two Jewish people did, Howard Stern and Sarah Silverman, I think, when they went and they smelled the balls of Richard, who is known to some of my Manhattan Neighborhood Network audience as Rusty. He would do the prank calls. So I think I've just about worn myself out, probably you, so I'll call this a wrap. Even though the tape hasn't run out yet, it's probably pretty soon to running out. And I'll tell you, let's keep the faith with the internet, and oh yes, that's just for variety's sake. I want to make a comment about rabbitholecentral.tv. It's got the unholy up, and Nico Haupt at first was kind of excited about that because he thought it showed the ridiculousness of a lot of the 9/11 truth and the ridiculousness of a lot of sexual exploitation. But he said he'd never watch it more than once. Commando 11 definitely helped me with certain media things, but I think he sort of lost interest. So what I'm going to have to do is learn web skills myself, and I want to do that because I'm the kind of person that follows energy. If I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't fret about being in menopause. I just get up and do something. So I want to have the skill so in the middle of the night, if I get an inspiration and I wake up, I can change the website. And the reason that the stream isn't going on at 12 noon is because it's not Mac compatible. Don't blame Everycast when you go to my website.